Donald Trump is completely oblivious to what NATO really is.
This is a Politics Now special report.
NATO's been around for 77 years. The United States has been part of NATO for 77 years. There's something in the UN Charter called Article 5. And Article 5 says that an armed attack on one is to be considered an armed attack on all. Donald Trump says that we do so much for NATO, but they don't do anything for us. Apparently, he forgot about 9/11. Because Article 5 has never been activated before 9/11, and it hasn't been activated since. When we were attacked, they came to us in our darkest hour. All 32 countries do pay into something, but it's small, 0.3%. And all that is to keep the headquarters of NATO in Brussels running. That's it. Some other logistics as well. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump saying, oh, you didn't pay, you're delinquent, we're not going to help you, doesn't work that way. The reason it doesn't work that way is because nobody's cutting a check to anybody else, and nobody's ripping off the United States. Now, the United States has the highest GDP. Germany is second. And collectively, they had agreed that these countries would pay 2%. 2% for the other countries. They don't have a big GDP. But many of these countries have already exceeded the 2%. Some have exceeded 4%. And by 2035, they're expected to go to 5% of their GDP. What the GDP does is you take that amount of GDP and you put it back into your own defense in your military. That way it helps defend yourself and the other countries. It is not the responsibility of the rest of NATO to help you take back the Strait of Hormuz or help you fight a war that you can't fucking win. Donald Trump said he destroyed their Navy. Well, why the fuck do they still have control of 21 miles of water? Donald Trump said he destroyed all of their military. Well, if you did all that, then they wouldn't be able to do what they're doing now. It's called a swarm attack. You always talk about taking us out of NATO and that you don't need Congress's approval to do that. Bullshit. You do. And you could thank Tim Kaine, Democrat, and you could thank your now Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. The Kaine-Rubio bill was a bill that was put together, and it was a bipartisan bill, and it was passed. Then it was signed by President Biden on December 22nd of 2023. The bill was to make sure that not one entity could unilaterally take us out of NATO. You would need a 67 supermajority of the Senate to get us out of NATO. If you can't do that, then you have to go to the House and get 2/3 of the House and then 2/3 of the Senate. If you can't get 67 votes from the Senate, how the fuck are you going to get 2/3 out of the Senate? Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Share, like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And most of all, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the next one.